What's up, you guys? I'm Chaos, and this is MusicXclusives TV, and I'm here with Mikelyrik.
What's up, y'all?
Feeling?
What's up, everybody? I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm feeling good. We've been talking. We already been talking.
We sure have.
But now I'm excited to get into this music.
Let's go.
So, I mean, I've been watching, I've been studying, I've been listening. But I need to know, before we get into those things, I want to go a little further back. How long have you been an artist?
I'm going to say the cliche thing by saying I've been an artist for as long as I can remember. From almost out of the womb. I remember growing up, putting t-shirts on my head, trying to entertain my family for like Thanksgiving and all the get-togethers. And that had to be the beginning of it. I didn't care if I could sing or just make people laugh. I just wanted to entertain. So as long as I can remember.
I don't think it's a cliche answer, because one of the conversations that we were just having was an artist, an entertainer, someone who's talented, and then we just came up with the it factor thing.
And the singer.
The singer?
Yeah.
That's the talented one.
Oh.
Like, you're born with it.
Oh,
so you're born with this gift. Artists, I use artists because as I'm listening to the puzzle piece, right? There was a song and it was Love is Love. I immediately came in and asked you, and I'm like, did you, with the background, with the instruments, did you use your voice to create that?
Yeah, we did. I got a shout out to Sean Michael. He's a producer right here from Brooklyn. When we vibe together, when we work, we create magic. And yeah, he actually came up with the idea of me doing that. But then we did it and it seemed like magic. So I'm glad you even noticed.
Yes, because that's the artistry of it all. Now, when did you start? So you're an artist naturally, since you was, putting a t-shirt on your head.
I hope so.
When you put a t-shirt, only the kids who are talented or something like that do that when they want to entertain. When did you start taking it serious? Like, no, for real, like, I need my things.
I love that question. I would like to think from the get-go, but it's not true. I definitely didn't have confidence for a very long time in my life. I think I gained confidence by watching other artists that inspired me. So I didn't have much confidence, but I was watching like Prince and Madonna, and I was like, there's no way I could do that like from where I'm at. But then I saw Aaliyah, and I was like, she seems to be like in the middle of where they're at. Like, they're here and she's like on the ground floor, but I could see all of her potential and I could feel what I feel from them, but from her. So I felt like maybe I could do that too. So I think around the time Aaliyah's music came out is when I got the confidence to start my artist journey.
So first off, shout out to Aaliyah, because y'all know I'm from Detroit. Y'all already know what it is. 1 in a million. Y'all know the bop.
Hey.
So when I say take it serious, right? This is what I mean by take it serious. I'm thankful, and I appreciate you sharing about confidence, because that matters a lot. I believe that people start to take themselves serious when they start to invest in themselves. When you start to put money behind yourself, like, okay, I gotta pay for the studio.
Exactly.
I gotta possibly get some writers. I gotta shoot a video. And I've looked at your production. You've definitely invested some money into yourself. So when did that start?
Yeah, that was around that time.
Okay, it all went together.
Going to the studio.
Okay.
I was like, I need to start recording. And as far as writers, I was always writing.
Oh, really?
That was always the way that I dealt with stuff in my life. Like, my father passed at an early age, God rest his soul, from cancer. And the way that I dealt with that was just writing. And a lot of times I would pretend that I'm writing about a love interest, but I was really writing about my father. And that was like at a very young age. So I'm writing and I'm going to the studio. I'm looking for producers and I'm shelling out money. I'm doing whatever I can. I was a camp counselor trying to make some money to do studios. So,
oh my God,
yeah.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
So I want to ask a question. It's kind of personal, but that's what I do, right?
Let's go.
So as far as sexuality is concerned, may I ask, like, what are you?
I'm human.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of people do you like? Do you like other humans?
Yeah.
What
like
kind?
other humans. What about you? You like humans?
I'm thinking about getting a dog. But if you go back in my history, you might have seen me with, some guys or something like that. Like, that's my thing. But I had a girl too, but this is not about me, it's about you. So that's what I get into. But I only ask because I know that sometimes it's difficult to be an artist, a part of specifically my community. Yeah. And so I was just wondering, was that something that you experienced?
It's definitely something I experienced. And we were talking about when I first started, a lot of times that I would substitute like a love interest for my father. But at that time, I would definitely always say it's about like she or a female and so forth. And that's because of what I believed about the industry at the time. Like that you cannot be successful if you're a male singing about a male.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I'd say the last few years that I gained some kind of acceptance and empowerment in my queerness. And because of that, I sing about love in a bigger way now. Like it's not just about him or her, it's just about love in general. Yeah.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it because we need our stories told too, and we need to let the world know that this is how we feel and this is how we love. So thank you for doing that.
Hey, sometimes I wish that there were artists way back in the day who were doing stuff like what Frank Ocean's doing, hell, what Lil Nas X is doing. So if I can be any small part of that, then I'm honored.
You're a part of it.
Hey.
So thank you.
Yeah,
because it's definitely, people don't understand, like, to be a Black gay man and to stand in it and not be afraid and be so bold, we need that because that's the reason we never had that, because no one would actually do it. So what we're seeing now is of strong Black men standing up in their sexuality. So it's just so much strength and power in that.
I appreciate you saying that.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the LGBTQ community.
This is going to drop for Pride Month.
Oh yeah, my new single.
Oh, you got a single? I was talking about this interview, but you got a single? What's up?
Oh yeah.
What's going on?
The single LYB, Let Yourself Be.
And what that mean?
It means pretty much what we were just talking about. You just gotta let yourself be. If you are a part of a marginalized community, then be proud in that. You just need to be, because you got one life. Actually, I feel like you live many times every day.
Now you talking.
Yeah.
We ain't even gonna go there because it's a lot, but I believe that as well. But that song, Let
Yourself Be.
Let Yourself Be, because that's the last song on the album.
Yeah.
And you just performed that. You just performed it in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn Fashion Week. Shout out to Rick Davey.
Yeah, and that red jacket you had on. Do you mind if I borrow it? I just want to see it for okay. We need songs like that. So you're gonna drop that single for Pride Month specifically.
For sure.
Now that's it's like a ballad. You risking it? You gonna risk it?
Yeah.
You feel it strong enough?
I always said that it's kind of a risky thing for indie artists to release ballads unless they really believe in it, because if it's not a bop and it's not like something that's gonna play in the club, then you better really believe in it. And I definitely really believe in LYB.
Okay. Now the puzzle piece. Where did this? Because the cliche question is, where's the inspiration? Da, 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 da. But just looking at the cover art, is this a love story? Is this a love letter to yourself?
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. You're doing good.
Interview over. Good. Everybody.
Because I listened to it and I'm like going through it in the first song and I'm like, okay, all right, we didn't do this for nothing, right? We didn't do this for nothing. And a lot of times I'll tell you, I listen to love songs and I like, you wrote about your father and it's a love song. I listen to love songs and think about myself. And so the first song, what's the first song on the album?
That is powerful, first of all. That you listen to love songs and think about yourself. It's called Make It Last, the first album.
Make It Last.
Yeah.
In there you have lyrics that say, we didn't do this for nothing. And I just kind of think about myself, like, we're not giving up, we didn't do this for nothing. But you made it like it's in a relationship.
Right.
But is it really about you?
Yes, it's very much about me. Listen, I really feel like you just taking over. Let's do it.
No, you tell me, like, what is it giving? What is it?
I mean, I felt like when I was writing that particular song, it sounds like it could be about a relationship, because a lot of people get to a certain point in a relationship and it feels like, what are we gonna do? Like, we've been here for so long and it seems like it's ending or it's getting stale or whatever have you. But then you tell yourself, but we didn't do this for nothing. Like, we gotta work on it. We gotta make it last. I feel that way about life in general, and I feel that way about my career. I feel that way about my family relationships, my close circle. It's like we didn't do all this work and put in all this time to get to know each other for no reason. Yeah, that's basically it.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
What about your relationship?
Same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ain't get this far for no reason. Like, it's either to learn and grow and then perhaps end, or learn and grow and continue.
So you are in a relationship?
Oh, I didn't say that. I'm just saying about relationships in general.
Yeah, but are you in a relationship?
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's good.
But people want to know. Okay, so now, when we go into this album, the videos, the visuals.
Yeah.
I need to know the first video.
We got 3 of them right now. Which one did we do first? I think it was Throw. Yeah, we did the video for Throw first, and I shot that in Brooklyn, actually.
Really?
Shout out to Jersey and his whole crew.
Okay.
We wanted to make it really like a dance vibe, just because the song itself feels like a throwback to the 90s music, but then with today's kind of vibe. And I think that the video brings that a little bit. We were doing a lot of choreo, a lot of dancing. And people have been really receptive to it. So that's one of the videos, Throw, for sure.
Being an artist, first off, just taking a chance on yourself. Performance being canceled, performances where no one shows up, videos where they didn't do as well, or you spend so much money. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. How do you deal with that? Because are you an independent artist?
I am, yeah.
How do you deal with that?
I would say resilience is one of the most important elements of being an artist. In today's industry, it seems like you can just put anything out
we know.
just see what it does. But there's some kind of power to that. I feel like there's people out there who are looking for just what you have to bring. So you just got to find your people. And for a long time, I wasn't sure who my people were. I was just throwing shit out there and hoping that someone would grab.
That's fair.
And over time, I started to realize who's grabbing, and that just starts to feel real good. Starts to feel real good once you realize that, because it helps you to realize who to cater to, but while still pleasing yourself. Yeah.
That's a really healthy balance there, because it's difficult to... We're in such a time, and I know you spoke about like Aaliyah being your favorite artist, and that was a different time. The 90s were a different time. Right now, it is, people used to put out, I hate to make this a Beyonce thing, but people used to put out bodies of work. Like, the puzzle piece is a body of work. You're going to be able to look back at that and be like, this is where I was in my life at this time, and it's going to be able to reflect that.
Facts.
That's beautiful. I don't get from that project you're chasing anything, or that it was put out for certain people. Even if it was, it just seems like it was something that you had in your heart and you put it out. But we're living in a time where you chase, and sometimes it hits. If it hits, it's good. But what we're seeing is people hitting things, and then that's it. It was just a hit,
Right? And
they can't get back because they didn't do it for themselves. It's not them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that actually Aaliyah said this in one of her interviews one time. I think it was her Sweet 16 interview on Video Music Box. I don't know if you even know what Video Music Box is.
You're not my business. I might know.
I caught wind of some of it, but I don't pay much attention to that. I think there's room out here for all of us. So good luck, Brandy.
Ladies are professional.
But she was saying, I think there's a spot out there for everybody. And I kind of agree with that. Actually, I very much agree with that. There are those who are chasing what's the biggest thing right now. And if they hit with it, then shout out to them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I just never was that type of person. I was always trying to find my particular way. No matter how tumultuous the journey was, it's definitely a lot more rewarding once you get to find the place that you belong.
So when we're talking about spirituality, because you mentioned like you think we live a lot of lives, what's spirituality like for you? Are you religious?
I definitely grew up in a very religious household, religious upbringing, Christian, and shout outs to all the Christians. But I feel like I didn't really gain love or self-confidence or self-respect until I broadened my horizons and opened my mind to spirituality in general, not seeing God as this man upstairs who's saying you did good, you did bad, you're going to heaven, you're going to hell, but more so realizing that if God or this entity made us, then we are a part of that entity, and we should honor that within ourselves and live accordingly. And I feel like that's where my spiritual journey is right now, just knowing that God is within each and every one of us, and exploring that, what that means.
I love that so much. We both recently we talked about this book that we both have read, Think Like a Monk, and I grew up, I wasn't forced to be Christian or anything like that. My mom is pretty liberal in that way. However, I've been trying to find what that looks like for me too. And I would say it's a spiritual journey. I do feel like everything you said, like God lives within all of us. And I just was never going to be able to connect to the Christian thing, because it just seems like it's a lot of rules. Is God really like, because it's a lot with him. Like, I don't know. So that's not the God that I know. That's not the person that I serve.
Right.
So that wasn't working for me. I'm happy that you were able to find your own way.
Yeah, I think it's really important to do your research and definitely see what's out there, because self-love is very important, and you can find it within so many different types of spiritual backgrounds. And I definitely found it in where I'm at right now. And it's still a journey for me, for sure.
Yeah. It's always a journey. Life is a journey. We're always just trying to evolve and keep going.
Are we?
Yes, and I think that it also is in nature too. Like when I go outside in the trees.
We outside.
We outside.
Yeah.
We should go outside. So wait a minute. What's the next video?
The next video, out of the album. So we said Throw. We got BU. BU is basically what it's saying, and basically what we're talking about. That video was just me. We started to make it a lyric video, but there was a lot of performance in just filming me at one of my favorite parks in New Rochelle. And that video is out too.
Where are you from?
My family is from Jamaica, but I grew up in the Bronx and then in Mount Vernon.
Are you Jamaican?
I am. They call me Jamaican because I was born here, but my whole family was born in Jamaica.
Yeah, we know that's very mixy.
What you mean by that?
Yes, very.
Way I said no, for real.
No, like I don't want to stay because I don't know about the culture, so please forgive me if I say this wrong. But like in the Jamaican culture, like being a batsy boy or something like that. Do you know what that is? What is that? Can we talk?
I think that's just one of those disrespectful ways of identifying something that you don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the way you put that. You know how to talk. Okay. You know how to talk. You know how to talk. Very good. I have a lot. Shout out to all the Jamaicans and Haitians and Africans and anything West Indian. But I think that you should have me in your next video. Yeah, and I think it should be Love is Love.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And just like a cameo, nothing crazy.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that, all right?
Is it true that you Vogue?
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So can we talk more?
Okay, we can.
All right, y'all. We're going to call y'all back. Keep it locked right here.